making a little video to answer any questions that people in ToutMaster might have. Um, First things first, use Chrome. Don't use any other browsers. You're going to get mixed results ranging from not working at all to just partially working. So use Chrome. It's the best browser anyway. That's on a laptop or a desktop. Um, okay, so we're in Chrome and you have your own individual sheet where you put in your picks. No one else has access to that. No one else sees this. This is where you put in your picks. Um, the only fields that you can edit are these fields. If you try to edit any of the other areas, it's not going to let you. You'll see it's got the event, the time the event starts, the time that the pool locks for that event, your name, all the fighters. It's got the odds. You'll notice that all the favorites are worth 1 point each for a correct pick. All the dogs are worth the point value of their odds. So plus 35 is worth 3.85 points if you get it right. Plus 120 is worth 1.2 and so on. Okay, so this is where you make your picks. You can click the little arrow, you can double click, and the choices are going to be between those two fighters. So you make your pick, and you move on. And that's pretty much that. You just keep making your picks. And how do you know if your picks are in? Well, you see your picks there, so they're in. It's not really a submission type thing. The actual transfer to the main sheet doesn't happen until the pool locks. So if you're in your sheet and you're seeing picks here, I'm just randomly making picks to be fast, then you're good. You have a pick for every fight, you're good. You don't have to save it, you don't have to submit it. You can just close your sheet now and you're done. And you can come back anytime and change your pick. Say you don't like what you see at the weigh-ins with Pettis, so you want to pick Moraga instead. So the event hasn't locked yet, so you come back and you go to Pettis and you change it to Moraga, and there you go. Once the event locks, all of these picks will be transferred to the main page. It will lock so that it's protected and you won't be able to edit anymore. A new sheet will appear. A new tab will appear. A new tab will appear, and it will be named what the next event is, and it will be filled with all of this information, but for the next event, and it will be editable. So that's what's going to happen. Let me just get rid of this sheet. All right. So that's how this main sheet works. You make your picks, you're done. You come back anytime you want before it locks, and you change them. I would actually advise right when the event opens to come in and make some picks, just in case. You never know what's going to happen. Just in case. That way you have picks made. Even if you don't keep them, you at least have picks made so you don't get a 0 for the event, because a 0 for an event is pretty catastrophic. It's a struggle from then on out. So right when it opens, come in, make some picks, and then you come back slowly whenever you want. Change picks, make different picks. That's it. I know I'm hammering that point home, but that's the best way to avoid missing an event, because some of you are going to do it anyway, and then you're going to complain. So I'm just telling you now. Okay, so this is the main tab. This is the aggregate page where everyone's picks go. So this is the standings tab. You see down here there's a standings tab, and then there's the UFN 103. And there'll be more and more and more and more tabs as the season progresses, one for each event. You can't edit this. You can't edit any tabs or anything in this sheet whatsoever. This is view only for everyone. So the standings page, it's got your payout, and it's got the rankings that will automatically rank and sort live as winners are entered. It's got your points for that event, and then the next event will be in this column, and the next in this column, and so on. And then your overall points will be here, and you will be sorted and ranked. So that's the rankings page. All right. And then we go to the actual event. This is the event tab. Once again, view only. And you notice there's no picks here because it hasn't locked. That doesn't mean your picks aren't in. If you're on your tab, your sheet, and you see picks, then that means your picks are in. It's got all the same info here. It's got the event name, the time that it locks. It's got a little box here showing what the next event is. Just ignore that date for the moment. That was for testing. And then it's got your column. Now this is alphabetical, so that makes it easy to find yourself on the main page. All alphabetical. All right, and this area here, this entire row, is where your final points for the event will be tabulated, all automatic, so there's no user error. And then the stuff down here is just really little stats for interest. It's got the total possible points based on the picks you made. It's got your correct picks, obviously once the winners are chosen, incorrect picks, pick percentage, and so on, and your rank for this card. Not your overall rank for the whole game, just your rank for this card. And as winners happen during the event, either me or Jay will come in and we'll select the winner. And then your points will be tabulated, and so on and so forth. And it all happens live. The standings, the rankings, it'll all be live. Okay, so at the very end, the very, very far right, and I might move this. I might move that little pick stat section somewhere else, so you don't have to scroll all the way to the right, but I might not. So all the way to the right is the pick stats. It's the pick percentages for everyone in the pool. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to see this or any stats on it until the pool locks, which is 1 hour before the event approximately. And that's when everyone's picks will then be visible inside this area. You'll be able to scroll and see your picks are there, and then you'll see the statistics on it. And that's pretty much that. That's all there is to it, really. I would definitely recommend getting the iPhone or Android app, the Google Sheets app. It's free. You just download it, log in with the email you're using for the pool. If you have a separate PayPal email, it's not that one, it's the one that's for the pool that's linked to a Google account. Log into the Google Sheets app with that, and it works quite well. You'll just see a list of the apps, of the sheets you have. There'll be this sheet there, and then there'll be your personal sheet there. And you can make your picks that way. You can go look at this. You can look at the standings. It works well. Definitely, definitely can't stress enough that you should put it on your phone. Because if you forget, and then it's an hour and a half before the event, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't put my picks in, you just pull out your phone and put them in. In a dire situation, contact me or Jay via Twitter and tell us your picks, email us, but don't make a habit of that. We'll do it for sure, but there's 180 people in this pool. If everyone were to do that, our life would be a nightmare. So get the Google Sheets app is the moral of the story on your phone. Even if you're not going to use it all the time, have it. I think that's pretty much it. Put your picks on your page. Change it whenever you want before it locks. When it locks, it all comes in here and you'll be able to see it all. You'll be able to see everyone's picks. You won't be able to change your picks anymore. The winners will be chosen. The points will be tabulated. The standings page will update live, real time. Okay, that's it. I hope that answers all your questions. If you ask me a question on Twitter or via email that's answered in this video, I'm just going to reply with a link to this video. All right? All right, good luck, everyone.